Fine. Like how we can start this? Hmm. Like how what the first step we can how we can start like how we will open. Okay fine. तो मैं तुम्हें अच्छे से बता रहा हूँ, ध्यान समझने की कोशिश करना, ठीक है? हिंदी आ रही है ना समझ में? तो फिर दिक्कत तो नहीं आ रही ना हिंदी समझ में? तो पहला केस क्या करता है? लेट्स से व्हेन एक्स इज नेगेटिव, फाइन, व्हेन एक्स इज नेगेटिव. So like we are integrating with respect to t. So what it means, like limits will be from 0 to t is lying between 0 to t. This is clear, right? T is lying between 0 to t. Fine. This thing is quite clear. Okay. Okay. This is given because dt. Now we have dt and limits will come what? The limits from t. Like limit are from t when there's a parameter is dt. So the integrated parameter is t. Then what that means, like t is lying to 0 to 2. This thing should be clear. Fine. This one, no? Right. Isn't it? That's when we integrate from a to b f, it is what it means. Like we are varying our x now from a to b, isn't it? Like we have this y equal to f of x, and so we are varying over x from x. So this quite means what? Like t from like within 0 to 2. Comfortable? This part thing. Okay. So let's say my x is negative. Let's say when my x is negative, this is negative. Right? So I'm breaking this particular function in three cases. Like when x is negative. So let's say when x is negative, this is negative, negative minus negative. Like t is positive. So eventually, inside mod is negative, isn't it? Let's say when x is negative, negative minus positive. Eventually, what? Negative overall, no? Isn't it? Able to observe, like, right? So like what we can do? F of x will be what? Then when x is negative, 0 to 2, simply one more negative, like t minus x dt. Fx will be this thing, isn't it? Fine. Let's say when x is lie between 0 to 2. In the third case, we have like x is then. Fine. Got it now? What I'm saying. So let's say when x is lie between 0 to 2, then what it means? Like, somewhere, t is lying between, then I can take it in this because it's quite important. Like when x is lie between 0 to 2. And our fx is what? 0 to 2. 0 to 2. Mod of x minus t dt. And our x is what? Lie between 0 and 2. Just try to observe. Just try to observe. Like our x is like some number between 0 and 2. Comfortable, na? Like just try to observe. Okay. We can convert this as what? Mod of t minus x dt. This is what? Like 0 to 2. 0 to 2. Mod of t minus x dt. This is our f of t. Okay. Okay. So first, when t will be greater than x, then this will be t minus x, and when t is less than x, so we have what? 0 to x, and here we have what? Like x, isn't it? Because it's x, some number between 0 and 2, then we can split, right? Fine. So here we have what? X t is lying between 0 and x. What it means? Like this will be negative. So this will be x minus t, isn't it? And here will be a what? T minus x. I can split in this particular way. Comfortable? So fx equals this particular thing. Now just try to observe, like here will be what? We are integrating with respect to t. So this will be what? X is constant, so x into t minus t square by 2, 0 to x. Similarly, this will be t square by 2 minus tx from x to 2. Come, we are integrating with respect to t. So then integration of uh, integration of x will be what? X into t, na? Right? So like this will be what? F of x will be what? X square minus x square by 2 plus this will be 2 square by 2 minus 2x minus x square by 2 minus x square. So this will be x square by 2 minus, sorry, plus 2 minus 2x again plus x square by 2. So we have like fx equal to x square minus 2x plus 2, isn't it? Fx will be x square minus 2x plus 2. And we have this function in which interval? When x lie between 0 and 2. So this is what? Fx equal to x square minus 2x plus 2. Whatever. And here we have what? This integration will be what? T square by 2 minus tx 0 to 2. Then this will be 2 minus 2x. And here it is what? When x is negative. Okay, this particular function, and when fx is what? This particular function. And let's say when x is greater than 2. If the function is what? F of x is what? 0 to, like x minus 2 dt here. So when x is greater than 2, then we have what? Simply x minus t dt is 0 to t. So we have x into t minus t square by 2 from 0 to 2. So we have 2x minus 2. And we have 2x minus 2. Got it? Simple? So we have like what? F of x is 2 minus 2x when x is negative. When x is between 0 and 2. Square minus 2x plus 2. X square minus 2x plus 2 plus x square like 2x minus 2 when x is greater than 2. Now I can easily plot the graph of the function, isn't it? So like this is first we have from 0 to 2. This is what? This is what? X minus 1 cos square. So at x equal to 1, at x equal to 1, we have vertex. So it will be simply 1. This will be a critical thing. Okay? Method, we have like 2x minus 2. So at x equal to 2, we have a value 2 and there is a straight line. And we have again slope of negative and we have x. I can just remove some part. Like we have, so we have to observe like from minus 2 to 2. So like at there the minima at x equal to 1. This we can easily observe, right? Minimum value will be at x equal to 1 and that is 1. Minima is simply 1. That's why maxima is concerned, so we can observe like it's a symmetric graph, right? Sort of symmetry about x equal to. Isn't symmetric about x equal to, isn't it? Graph is symmetric about x equal to. मतलब lot somehow symmetric, like हम मतलब लगभग symmetric होते हैं. So this is like when I talk about the particular two value. So like we have this particular value. When I talk about the minus two value, this will be something this, isn't it? So f of minus two will be right, isn't it? This is two minus two x. So this will be what? 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So in minus 2 to 2 interval, maxima is 6. So capital M is what? 6. In this interval, small m is 6. Let's say they're asking for capital M to small m. So we have what? 7. Comfortable? Interesting? ना मतलब like it is my the sum of self. So वही plan था जी कुछ हैं हैं? आगे बढ़ो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Again, let's discuss some interesting problems. This is what g of x plus y equal to gx plus gy. वैसे ये क्वेश्चन MIT का है, नॉट IIT. इट इज MIT प्रॉब्लम. नहीं नहीं पाल अरे वो असली वाला MIT में. कुछ नहीं मैंने तुम्हें अच्छा लगा क्या? फॉर एग्जाम्पल टू दिस वन. This is a tough problem, not easy problem. Like, maximum can't think even. You have to plug, break it into interval and then you have to imagine the problem. Maximum can't think. No, they ask quite difficult. They have like an integration fee final sort of thing. So in this question, they like quite tough and they don't answer it. So that's good problems. So like this thing. So first thing, let lambda one is number of non-differentiability points. So you said money pharmaceutical. Oh my god. Oh, point. इतने बुरे थोड़ी आ गए minus one. Yes. They're not sent from me yet, no? Can be discussed. Limited text and phonetics. Nth root of minus to power 2n. Just cos the power 2n. This is the function. And 4x belongs to minus 2 pi to 2 pi. Number of lambda 2 is equal to number of non-differentiability point. Non-differentiability point. Non-differentiability of f of x. Then lambda 1 plus lambda. Try to understand, then we will start. How it's looking like. मतलब कैसा लग रहा है क्वेश्चन देखने में? टू डिफरेंट प्रॉब्लम. तो शुरू करें. तो पहले लाइक पहले तो लाइक इसी डेरिवेटिव वाला मेथड यूज करो ना. मतलब partial derivative method, like we differentiate partially with respect to x and y, then we got the function. You don't know this method. Like we have this particular equation. No? First, let's try to focus on the letter lambda one. Fine. Let us. So like differentiate the equation partially g dash x plus y, partially with respect to x. Then y will be constant. Then we have what? G dash x. Y is constant. Then this will be zero. Plus this will be two y and simply zero. Fine. Now, differentiate partially with respect to y. So g dash x plus y equal to g dash y plus 2x, isn't it? Fine. We did those, like here we have done what? Differentiate partially with respect to. Alright, now like this thing is clear. Now we can equate this particular thing. So we have what? G dash x plus 2y is equal to what? G dash y plus 2x. G dash y plus 2x. Then I can do like what? G dash x minus 2x will be what? G dash y minus 2y. Isn't it? Now just try to observe. Try to observe. Let's say this is h of x, this is h of y. So here we have what? H of x equal to h of y for all x, y belongs to 2, isn't it? Then what it means? It is constant function. And we have like what? G dash x minus 2x equal to 3. Isn't it? Then I can integrate both sides. G x minus x square equal to cx. Isn't it? Otherwise, like I can do one. Like, we know the value of d dash 0, isn't it? Ah, just leave for a while. No worries. See, we have d dash 0 as 3, right? And I can put one more thing like x, y equal to 0 both sides. So we have what? G0 equal to 2g0 minus 1. So I can do like what? G0 is equal to 1. Comfortable? Now we have two equations. G0 is 1, G0 is 3. Okay. So I have like what? G of 0 as 1, G 0 as 3. So I can do like what? Hmm. First I can put x equal to 0 at this step. Second got what? 3 is equal to c. So G dash x will be 2x plus 3. Then I can integrate both sides. Gx equal to what? X square plus 3x plus c. Isn't it? So let's say for c prime. Then put g0. So 0 is 1. So 1 is equal to c1. C prime. So gx is what? X square plus 3x plus 1. Isn't it? So like I have what? I have this thing. I have to counter this particular function graph I have to plot and I have to count particular the number of counted and differentiate. And this is what function is mod gx minus 1 minus 1 mod. This graph I have to plot. Yeah, okay. So fine now. So like this will be mod of x square plus 3x minus mod minus 1. Now just try to think about it like these are transformations. I hope you are comfortable with transformations. We start with this with this thing. So this graph will just like what? This is what 0 and here we have what minus 3. Comfortable. The graph is of this particular function will fine. Now we take the mod. So like this will be what? This particular stuff. Comfortable? So now at what? This is what? At the midpoint of the root, now so put x equal to minus 3 by 2. This is minimum, like, isn't it? So this is what minus 3 by 2, this particular. So put x equal to minus 3 by 2. Right. 2 is plus 3 equal to 0, then midpoint of 2. This value will be what? 9 by 4 minus 9 by 2. So this will be minus 9 by 4. This will be what? This height will be 2.25. Comfortable? 2. Now just take the mod of that function, that subtract 1. Then this is what? This will drop to one value, like this has minus 3. So this will be like this particular. This will be similar, again positive at this particular point, like because this is 2.25, right? Then 1. So, like, okay. So after one, here we have again same height. And then, so we have now graph this, like this. This. Got it now? What's running? Okay. Now again we have to take what? Take the modulus, isn't it? So this will go like this, isn't it? Then taking the mod. So this is a real graph, like this. This is highlighted. Arey aja. This is the graph. Count the points. Count the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 points. Fine. Lambda one equals. Okay. Now let's move forward. Interesting, huh? Isn't it? Now this is also more interesting. In fact, I am also interesting. So no, fine. So like think about this one. So let's say my claim is when to try to figure out my claim is what? When cos square is greater than like try to observe. See, this thing is quite common. Like 1k bar, any number that is 1 plus slightly bigger than 1. It's for infinite will be what? Infinite. Any number that is slightly less than 1, it's for infinite will be 0. This is quite logical, isn't it? Okay. Any number like which is greater than or relative greater than 1, this one infinite will be infinite and less than 1 will be 0. Fine. This is quite clear. Okay. So first we have to find the function play. Like function is given the limit format, to take the limit and this particular interval sort of function. So First, we have to express the function f of x in the like good format. This format is correct. What is the shade of this? Isn't it? Right? Okay. First, we have to express the function in the good format. So let's try to think about it. Let's say when cos k power 2 n x is greater than sin k power 2 n x, isn't it? Let's say this is happening. Okay. So like we can take out the cos k power 2 n x is common. When it is happening, cos k power 2 n x is common. Then we are left out is what? 1 plus what? Sin k power 2 n x by cos k power 2 n x. This I will left out with, no? Isn't it? Now we have the nth root. So now I can do that in this particular thing. So we have what? Simply cos square x into nth root of into the nth root of 1 plus tan x cube. Just try to understand. Like sine by cos is like what? Greater than 1 or less than 1? Because cos is bigger. Then what it means? This is less than 1. No? When I will take the limit and I will take the limit and constant. This will be what? 0, isn't it? So we have like what? Fx equal to cos square x. Fx equal to what? Cos square x, isn't it? When 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 is happening? When cos k power 2 n x is greater than sin k power 2 n x, isn't it? Similarly, I can do the reciprocal of that one. The effects will be what? I can take the sin as common, then I will write as what? When sin k power 2 n x is greater than what? Cos k power 2 n x, no? Isn't it? Comfortable. Like now just try to recall. Now, hello. Now just try to recall a k power n minus b k power n. This formula is, you remember the formula, like any natural. You know this thing, what is happening with. This is a minus b. Hello? Hello? You don't interpret now what I'm saying. Like, we have like a k power minus b k power n. Still not as clear? So like uh, so like the try to observe, we have to correspondingly find the interval of x, right? Interval of x. Like, what is the proper name of generation? Because like you have in terms of like what? Cos square sin square, right? So this is like power we have to somehow express the interval of x. Because function is cos square, like when particular range and similar sin square for which particular range, isn't it? In minus 2 pi to 2 pi we have to in minus 2 pi to 2 pi we have to plot. So like we have this thing is clear, like fx will be cos to sin square when x is to the center. So like we have to terms express in terms of x, isn't it? Like intervals of x, okay? Now let's try to recall ek1 and bk1 will be what? A minus b into ak power n minus 1 plus ak power n minus 2 into b. And similarly bk power n minus 1. Now the point is only the first term negative is there. So try to observe. Like this is what? Cos square x to power n minus sin square x to power n. So this a k power n minus b k power n. Then I can do as cos square x minus sin square x into, similarly the powers I can just extrapolate. So I can, this will be cos square x to power n minus 1 and plus. It's always plus there, right? So this all terms are positive, isn't it? If you interpret like a is cos square, b is sin square. So these all terms are positive. After factorization, isn't it? So like what I can conclude, when cos square minus sin square is positive, then cos k power 2n and this particular thing is positive. And this is valid, then this will be valid because this is the consequence of this one, isn't it? So this is, hello, got it? Now what I'm saying, this is equal to this particular thing. When this is positive, this should be positive now because this is already positive. What I'm saying? Hello. Mhm. Tell me, particular thing is equal to this one. So this is this into this, and this thing is all positive because this is like cos square term than for this term. So if this is positive, cos square sin square is positive, like this. So then similarly, this is valid when cos square x minus sin square is positive, it reduces to this particular thing. But normally just write directly, but I know this we don't know this thing. That's why I'm writing. Right? Okay. Hello. Now fine. Okay. So like what we have now, f of x equal to cos square x when cos square x is cos square is written sin square x. Similarly, sin square x when this is when cos square x is greater than sin square x, and this is cos square x. So similarly, cos square x is greater than sin square x, isn't it? Fine, fine, fine. Now just try to recall. Just try to recall. We have to express in terms of minus 2 by 2 by interval. Let us try to understand. Like what is the scenario? What is the scenario? Next, so let's say there's a cos square and sin square. It's a sort of thing like initially cos square is bigger, then they're equal, then they're starting decreasing. Different of things. So try to imagine this is what cos square greater than sin square, cos square sin square with the less than sin square. So at between some points, at the transition, we have what cos square equal to sin square. Then in the transition, like let's say we have like this particular sort of thing. Here it is cos square, here we have sin square. So when cos square x is different sin square x, then what it means actually? Cos 2x is cos. So I can write as this as what? 1 minus cos square x. I can also write as what? 2 cos square x minus 2. This cos square. And similarly, I can write 2 cos square x minus 1 is negative. So I can corresponding you have find intervals of x as well, isn't it? Fine. So like I have what? Let us find in this interval. So cos square x minus 1 by 2 is positive. So let's say I'm finding for the negative step. So I have what? Cos x minus 1 by root 2 into cos x plus 1 by root 2. Cos x plus 1 by root 2 is less than 0. Then I have what? Cos x lie between minus 1 by root 2 and plus 1 by root 2. When this is going to happen, isn't it? When this is going to happen, when this is going to happen, then we have this particular thing. And so the side to observe with a graph of cos x. So let's say this is the graph of cos x. Let's say this is the graph of cos x. So we have this. Let's say we have this. So here we have like what? Minus 2 pi. Here we have what? Minus pi by 2. Here we have what? Minus 3 pi by 2. Here we have what? Like pi by 2. Here we have what? 3 pi by 2. And here we have what? Fine. And the correspondingly, try to observe. Just try to observe. This is the cos x equal to 1 by root 2 line. This is cos x equal to 1 by minus 1 by root 2. Then right. So these are the particular points. These are the points actually. Just try to observe. These are the particular points at which equality is there, isn't it? Cos square equal to 1 by 2, isn't it? And then under the just try to relate. What you have concluded? Cos square is greater than sin square x when particular this thing is positive. And similarly, sin square this thing is negative. So like in this particular swap, what is gonna happen? This is like cos x one lie between minus 1 by root 2 and plus 1 by root 2, isn't it? Cos x is like when minus 1 by root 2 and plus 1 by root 2, isn't it? So this is in this the function is what sin square x, isn't it? Because this is when cos x lie between minus 1 by root 2. So this particular swap. So this point is what? This and this point. Between this and this point. Between this and this points. Between this and this point. Between this and this point. Function is what? Sin square x, isn't it? Yellow swap. Yellow swap. Hello. Right, no? Isn't it? Correct. Get the values in between the yellow values, like this and this coordinate, like this particular point, this and this point. Function sin square. Similarly, from this to this point. Similarly, from this to this point. Similarly, from this to this point. Function sin square, isn't it? Isn't it? Hello. Yeah, I can. Array like when when cos is lie between minus 1 by root 2 and root 2, this particular function sin is correct, no? So like this is a yellow swap, like this is cos equal to 1 by root 2 line, this is cos equal to minus 1 by root 2. So when the function is what sin is correct, no? Or not this function, this is like y equal to cos x, and then the values particular, inputting this values, in between this value, and similarly for this to this values, for this to these values. When cos the value, like when cos is minus 1 by root 2 and cos is greater than 1 by root 2, the function is changed. isn't it? Now just try to observe at the particular points of transition. At point of transition, there is a point of ambiguity, right? At point of transition, because like it's differentiable, sin square itself a differentiable, isn't it? Now, what is the point of concern about differentiability? When there's a point of transition, and point of transition are what? Like this particular points, isn't it? So let us take a most simple point. This point will be what? Minus pi by 4. This point will be what? Plus pi by 4. Isn't it? Like cos square and sin square equal, then what is what? Tan square is 1, no? Isn't it? So like this is the most simple you can observe. Like tan square is 1, so that is what 1 is minus pi by 4 and second one is plus pi by 4. So like at this particular point, let us try to observe. So derivative of cos square will be what? Minus sin 2x, no? And similarly, derivative of sin square will be what? Plus sin 2x. Isn't it? So at x equal to pi by 4, let's say if we are checking at x equal to pi by 4, then derivative will be what? Minus 1. And this derivative will be what? Plus 1. Isn't it? It is changing, exactly. Isn't it? So correspondingly, all let's say I'm taking the minus 5 and again plus 5 and similarly from this particular point, like this is what? I can check 3 pi, isn't it? This will be minus sin 3 pi by 2 particular. And this will be sin 3 pi by 2. So the point is a point is of course it's a differentiable because there's no ambiguity in there. But the particular points of transition we have to check. And we are able to find out what? That at the particular points of transition the curvature, we can conclude that is the point of differentiable, isn't it? So this particular point of transition, I will say, when cos and sin are equal, that is the point of transition. And then at that particular point, because function changing, and these points are what? Points of differentiability. Not just doing any particular analysis. Because after that, like this is cos to the time space. They are differentiable. There's no problem with that. But the point of transition, this particular, like Z has this cos of minus 5 4. So before minus 5 4 function is different and after function is different. But at that particular point, derivative is changed. And what itself function is differentiable. So just have to find that particular point that was what? Yes, the solution will be what? When 10 square is 1. When 10 square is 1, the differentiate. Got it? This is the transition point. So I hope you got a logic. Fine. So this point will be what? 1, 2, simply 8. Fine. So like this is what? Length 2 will be 8. Simple, no? Got it? मतलब पूरा पूरा समझ में आ गया ना लाइक मुझे लग रहा है ये बताओ सही है ना अरे मतलब ठीक है ना समझ तो आ गया ना अच्छे से बट we have spent it a long time 40 minutes we have solved two problems oh my god isn't it fine but still like learning thing is quite bit difficult like sure sure now we have what 4 to 3 square plus 1 over d2 plus 1 dt is equal to 2 plus minus number of element inside S. Fine. Think about a minute, 2 3 minutes, and then just these are the questions like in the examination. So from less than 0.1 and 0.01, people can solve this kind of questions. But still, you can solve because you are, because I am teaching, right? So, like from the this year, I am teaching from the like regular batches, like the theory and part. And then from the last past to the whatever I'm teaching, like just take only take the last time in the when advanced left like 4 to 5 months I started teaching it. So just okay, like, how we can proceed? Try to- Like maximum is 20 commit and effect. Like let's say we have f equal to g. Okay? Let's say we have equal to g. So the solution of this particular equation, solution let us of this equation is let's alpha comma beta. Fine. Let's say I've differentiated the equation. F m equal to g. Then can the roots of alpha comma beta will get this particular equation? Let's say I have to solve x minus x plus 6 equal to 0. I have to solve for x. Then I differentiate the equation particular. I got 2 minus 5 equal to 0. इसके रूट्स 2 और 3 है इसका 2.5 ये कहाँ से बराबर आ रहा है जब वो रूट्स की बात कर रहे हैं when they're talking about the roots how you can differentiate the equation isn't it वो तो बात ही अलग हो जाएगी ना समझ आया क्या बोल रहा हूँ you got the option what I'm saying roots are exact different x को equal to 5x minus 6 रूट्स आएंगे 2 और 3 डिफरेंशिएट कर दो रूट आ जाएगा 2.5 रूट ही गायब होगा चेंज भी हो गया मुझे ये चेक करना है ये इसके कब इक्वल है आई कांट डिफरेंशिएट बोथ isn't it you got it no you got negative marks when you perform this particular fine just think how you can चलिए शुरू कर see try to observe see one thing is quite clear domain of function domain of equation and will be x is equal to right because root is there fine first thing okay now the second thing we have 4 to x t square plus 1 upon t2 plus 1 equal to 2 root x minus 3 now just try to observe one thing f of 4 let us put x equal to 4 both sides this will be what 0 4 to 4 integration 0 and again it is equal to what 0 so x equal to 4 is 1 2 fine by hit and try 6 4 is 1 now just try to observe let's just try to observe I am treating like this thing as function 4 to x 4 to x t square plus 1 upon t2 plus 1 dt minus 2 root x plus 4 equal to let's say 0 and let's say this particular thing is f of x fine got it now now just differentiate both sides so we have what f of x equal to what x square plus 1 upon x cube plus 1 minus 2 by 2 root x fine got it? Okay now just try to observe just try to observe take the LCM first so we have what root x times x cube plus 1 we have what x to the power 5 by 2 plus root x minus x cube minus 1 comfortable now we have this equal to Now just observe. I can take this and this. I can take out common as what? Let's keep our 5 by 2. I can take common. So I have what? 1 minus root. Then I have what? Minus again 1 minus root x. Fine. Now I have what? Root x times x cube plus 1. Comfortable? Okay, average x is this particular thing. Now I can do what? I can take out the 1 minus root x as common. 1 minus root x into x to the power by 2 or with x plus 1. Then now just try to observe this particular thing. Like this is positive. When x is positive, this is positive, this is positive. And when I will factor this particular equation, I can write as what? Root x raised to power 5 minus into 1 minus root x. I can do similarly what? Root x into x cube plus 1. Now we have simple to this particular, isn't it? And again, I can use using a k power minus b k power. Then I can do what? 1 minus root x into similarly root x minus 1. And remaining all the terms will be what? Like root x to the power 4 plus root x cube plus like so on and so forth plus 1. So these are all things will be positive, isn't it? All terms, right? Got it now? Hello? Hello? Thing will be positive. So root x into this formula where it is the like equivalent of big from using the equation. Like this is positive, this whole bracket is positive, this is positive, so I have what like negative is a negative form. So minus times root x minus 1 cos square into this particular thing, whatever. So one thing is quite clear, the function is decreasing, like isn't it, in the domain. When x is positive, like x positive is the domain, so the domain function is always decreasing because negative sign is opposite, isn't it? So this time x cube plus 1. Then I can change to what? Function is decreasing. Dash x because at x equal to 1 it is 0, so there's no sense. Like at single point derivative is 0, so it doesn't make any sense, right? So we have like what? F dash x is negative. So function is decreasing. So function is decreasing. This is quite clear. And now what we know? 4 equal to 0. And like so the side of the at 4 it is 0 and function is decreasing. Then what it means? After 4 it is again going to decrease and it is 4 at 4 it is 0. So there's one thing is quite clear. If a function is decreasing, there's exactly one solution if possible. And at 4 equal to 0 is a solution. At 4 it is 0. So what it means? There is exactly one solution. Isn't it? Fine. There's exactly one solution. No? Got it? No? The like so function is decreasing at it is 0. So like there's exactly one solution. Fine. Exactly what? One element in the set. Interesting, no? Isn't it? Three question, 50 minutes. Oh my god. Um, Okay. We'll just try to solve this particular function. We have let huh? Hmm? Hello? This question. That Mhm. After I solve your find is right. Just saying, no? Fx is positive. So, no worries. One day you can solve easily these problems. That's why I'm telling you. You know, like, there's a multiple things which you can think after seeing a problem. So that's a lot of variation which you can expect. So that's my responsibility. No worries. इतना तो समझ आ जाओगे कि मतलब मैं तो सिखा सकता हूँ लाइक तुम्हें अपना इंप्रूवमेंट देख के रियलाइज हो गया नहीं तो टेंशन कोई बात नहीं सिखा देंगे वो तो fx be a positive differentiable function on 0 to f of 0 equal to 1 f of a equal to e to power 1 by 4 if f dash x greater than equal to fx का cube plus fx का inverse this is given आज आज ही मुझे क्वेश्चन के क्लियर डाउट पूछा था then max value of तुमसे हम पूछ लेते हैं। देन मैं चलिए फिर ऑप्शन गिवन है 5/12, ऑप्शन 5/36, 5/36, yeah, 5/36, and here we have 5/24, and here we have 5/48. ओके, एक बार इसको थोड़ा समझने का ट्राई करो, क्वेश्चन क्या बोल रहे हैं, बाकी तो ट्राई करो। मतलब लाइक पहले, मतलब मुझे तो क्वेश्चन ये समझ आ गया था कि लाइक ऑप्शंस में ये सब दिया हुआ है, लाइक 5/24, तो ये सब चीज नहीं। तो मैंने तो स्टार्ट ही मतलब लाइक ऐसे कर दिया कि एफ डेस एक्स, हाँ, तो एफ डेस एक्स अगर एलसीएम ले लेंगे तो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा एफ एक्स का प्लस 1/f, कहेंगे जस्ट क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई, तो इट विल बी व्हाट यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है क्या, एफ एक्स पॉजिटिव, फंक्शन पॉजिटिव है, ये इनइक्वलिटी का साइन चेंज नहीं होगा, तो एफ डेस एक्स इनटू एफ ऑफ एक्स अपॉन एफ एक्स की पावर 4 प्लस 1 विल बी ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1। देन अब इस पे क्या दिख रहा है, अगर मैंने dx और इंटीग्रेट किया कहाँ, जीरो से ए, जीरो से ए, यहाँ से क्या हो जाएगा, एफ एक्स का स्क्वायर इक्वल टू टी, डिफरेंशिएट किया 2f(x), एफ डैश एक्स डी एक्स इक्वल टू डी टी, ये चीज क्या आ जाएगी, dt/2 टाइम्स टी स्क्वायर प्लस 1, लिमिट तो एफ जीरो का एफ ए का स्क्वायर इक्वल टू ए, ये चीज आ जाएगी। able to observe this will be what, tan inverse t, tan inverse t is given equal to 0, f जीरो का स्क्वायर एफ ए का स्क्वायर, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, एफ ए कितना है, थ्री की पावर 1/4, एफ जीरो कितना है, हाँ हेलो, तो पहला क्या आ जाएगा, हेलो, कंफर्टेबल ना, हेलो, ऑडिबल, हेलो, वन टाइम ऑडिबल, still it's or it's will fine, that's fine, hmm, okay, hello, still lagging like minutes like, hello, hello, यहाँ पे पहुंच गए थे लाइक, और देख लो एक बार यहाँ से, ये इंटीग्रेटेड बोथ साइड लाइक, तो tan इनवर्स टी, टू मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया तो यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा, tan इनवर्स एफ ए का स्क्वायर माइनस tan इनवर्स एफ जीरो स्क्वायर, फाइन, बहुत कंफर्टेबल है कि दिस स्टेप, हाँ हाँ, वन मिनट, फाइन, what is now, what I have done, So now I can f is what 3 to the power 1 by 4. So I have this as root 3. So tan inverse root 3. F0 is 1. So tan inverse root 3 minus tan inverse 1 is less than equal to 2a. So I have what? This is pi by 3. This is pi by 4. So I have like what? 2a less equal to pi by 3 minus pi by 4. Isn't it? So I have pi by 12. 2a is pi by 3. So a is what? Is less than equal to pi by 24. And maximum value of a will be what? Pi by. Isn't it? What it? Interesting, yeah? Yeah. Last question. Most interesting and most weird. Like it will have something like big sort of. Oh my god, that is. The question is area of the region. Area of the region bounded by. It's not just area. It's just a simple simple observation. Function chapter question. One minus two one. It is GIS minus box of y is equal to box of x minus minus box of y minus fine. We have to find the area of this particular graph. This is the question. And this is GIS. So like one thing is quite clear कि when this is an integer we can easily out मतलब उसको बाहर throw कर सकते हैं right integer I can throw outside from the box. So I have what? Yes. 2 box x minus box y is equal to box x minus 1 into box y minus 2. Isn't it? So I have like what? Minus 2 box x minus box y will be equal to box y minus 2 box x minus box y plus 2. Then I can cancel this particular thing. And so I have what? Box x into box y is equal to fine. So I have to like the area bounded by this particular graph. Now just imagine this box is what? Some integer. This box is what? Some integer. Isn't it? I have to plot the graph of this function then find the area. Fine. Just try to imagine. Just try to imagine. We have multiplication of two integers. So let's say I1 into I2 is 2. Then what is the possibilities? Either it is 2 into 1, either it is 1 into 2, either it is minus 2 into minus 1, either it is minus 1 into minus 2, isn't it? Otherwise, there is no possibility, isn't it? So like just try to imagine when I1 is 2, what it means? Box x is 2. Then what it means? X will lie between 2 and like 3, isn't it? And similarly, box y is 1. What it means? Y will lie between 1 and 2, isn't it? First case, for first case, isn't it? So like this is valid when x will lie between what? Like I have taken the 2 to 3. So this is 2 to 3. So when x lie between 2 and 3. So correspondingly, अगर सिर्फ पहली कंडीशन होती है x will lie between box is 2, then I will get this particular whole area. Isn't it? Just at this particular whole area, isn't it? But I have one more condition, like what? Right? Y will between 1 and 2, isn't it? If there is an intersection between these two and these two, then I will get one particular square block, isn't it? Able to interpret? Able to interpret? How much time? Like correspondingly, so I have one square block. And similarly, for the second case, I have like boxes is 1, so x will be what? 1 and 2. X will be 1 and 2, and corresponding the y will be what? 2 and 3. Isn't it? You can interpret for this, isn't it? So x will be from 1 and 2, and y, and this is what? Y equal to 2. So I will get another block. Different, isn't it? And similarly, the third quadrant, I will get another sort of two blocks. For this case, I have like, for this case, like boxes minus, exactly, boxes minus 2 and boxes. Interesting problem, no? So like I have what? So y will be between 0 and minus 1, x will be this particular thing sort of, and we have now this particular. So I can get the two particular squares. So I have square will be area will be 4 square units. Comfortable? So these are the 5 questions which I can that's just exhaustive and sufficient for today's class. Fine. Like I hope you enjoyed this. Any doubt you want to discuss with me? Question or doubt you have?